For my first TikTok video, I thought I would tell you a little bit about myself. Now, I find another James Godman here on TikTok, but there's not any video there with it. So that could have been something I set up a few years ago and just didn't do anything with. Now, I've done that on several social media platforms. Now, like I said, there are a few other James Godmans on different social media platforms. I know there's a couple on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm more active on YouTube than anything else, of a current. Now, because TikTok is supposed to have been bought out by at least one or two American investors, so maybe it's more secure. Probably not. I'm just careful what information I share here on social media. Now, I do call myself a red blood American. I was born in Phoenix. I live just west of Phoenix in the city of Avondale in Arizona. This is the Arizona state flag. But my mother's side of the family was Scotch Irish. I'm going to get to that side of the family in a second here. Now, father's side of the family was Dutch German. But I said I don't call myself any. I call myself American. I don't call myself anything else other than a red blood American. With like many of my fellow Americans of multiracial backgrounds, I said sometime I might take one of those DNA tests just to see who my kinfolk were, but it's not going to make any difference just who I am, who my relatives are. Now, my father's mother, she's real dark complected. Now, I don't know if that's the suntan, because she was out in the sun quite a bit. She just liked to walk quite a bit. But she had talked about some different Native American tribes, Cherokee, Blackfoot, and Crow. So I don't know if she was part or full-blooded Native American, or she just knew some people like that. Now, she was born in Kansas, back in the late 1800s. She had taught in a one-room schoolhouse. She'd been a school teacher early on, and she'd caught tuberculosis. And the doctor had said, "Hey, go climb Pikes Peak in Colorado." Of course, she did that, and she lived to be 99 years old. She was like 3 weeks short of being 100 years old when she finally passed on. So anyway, so one of my mother's great grandma, something like that, come over here as a bondswoman. Now that's where Ireland or Scotland or somewhere over there. Like I said, she told me the stories, and I don't remember exactly, but that's where a family will pay your trip over here, but you got to agree to be their servant for a period of time until you work off the fee for the trip over here. That's what a bondswoman, and I guess over a period of time, she worked that off, and she ended up marrying and have a family and all that. That goes back way. Now there's a Godman Air Force Base in Kentucky, close to Fort Knox. Now I think that was named for James Herbert Godman. Now my mother told me that was named for another guy named James. Now I don't know if I was named for James Herbert Godman, or if I was named for another, because James is a really popular name. It's like five or six American presidents named James, so it's certainly a very, very popular boy name. Let's see. I was going to cover a few things here. I'll save those for future TikTok videos. Hey, go to my YouTube channel, same name, James Godman. Subscribe to it. Watch my videos. If you have any ideas for that one video that goes nuclear, or just have some ideas for some videos. Now, I've spent my life as a repairman, fixing equipment. That's what I call myself, the repairman. I've also used the nickname Desert Rat. Now, there's several, internet forums that I'm Desert Rat on those forums. I haven't been active on any of those forums for maybe a year or so, just because I've put a lot more effort into making YouTube videos. Now, if there's a Desert Rat on one of the forums, tell me the name of the forum, and I'll tell you if I am a member, because I didn't cancel a membership. I just not active on those forums. This other guy is using that term Desert Rat also. Like I said, if some chick wants to do a video with me for TikTok or YouTube or whatever, let me know, and we'll sit down and we'll figure out what we both have in mind and make a video like that. And we'll do a tag team video. I want to get back down to the zone. Now, if you search my YouTube videos for the zone, I've got some videos from the zone. If you don't know, it's a homeless encampment. Now, if some chick wants to go out to Slab City, again, we'd want to talk. I don't want to be 500 miles from home and some chick looks at me square in the eyes and says, "James, I don't like you. Out of my vehicle now." And I'm in the middle of Slab City and trying to thumb my way home now. I'm going to make sure that the person I'm with, the chick that I'm with, is Not going to do that to me. I'm talking about something totally platonic. No extracurricular activities there, unless there's two consenting adults. We decide for that extracurricular activity. Let's see. I think I covered everything here. Okay, love y'all. Now, most of my YouTube videos I'll end with a couple different lines. Now, use Das Leben ist ein Abenteuer. Life is an adventure. C'est la vie. That's life. Das Vidania, which is Russian for goodbye. Ciao, which works in about 4 different languages. Malo, which is Polynesian, Hawaiian. Vaya con Dios. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye. Let's keep life exciting and interesting. Love y'all. Bye-bye.